This is not about events, by the way. Some of you could be thinking, well, Peng Joon, I don't run live events. I sell a brick and mortar business. I run a consulting agency. It does not matter what you sell.
Peng Joon.
Peng Joon.
Peng Joon is here.
I want you to set your expectations high because I will massively exceed them. Quick context before I begin. This was at a live event that I did where I wanted to make a 10-to-1 return and show you guys behind the scenes to how it's done. Now, one of the things that I know, and I've been saying this in previous videos, is this. This was before countries were shut down, this was before the whole crisis happened, but the same principles apply. This shows the numbers you need to understand. This shows understanding how to pivot. So because events don't work anymore, notice what I've been doing in recent weeks. I pivoted to online events and the same principles apply. If you want to discover how to run profitable Facebook ad campaigns, you need to watch this video right now. Alright, 5 minutes to doors open, but they're testing the audio and it looks like the sound is a little bit muffled. I do not recommend reaching your event 5 minutes before it starts. Alright, so here we are, stuck in traffic right now. It's 1:44 and we're expected to reach at 1:55. Event starts at 2 o'clock.
A few inches later.
Alright, we are 300 meters away, but 300 meters takes us 11 minutes. So I am gonna walk. Alright, so we are walking, and if you know me, I thrive under pressure. But literally we have about 800 people registered. We normally expect about half to show up, and the event starts in what, 8 minutes? The Malaysian way is to hold up your hand. Alright, here we are with Marcus. Marcus, what's happening?
Business builder workshop. We have close to 1,000 people registered, so we're super excited.
1,000, okay.
Excuse me. Oh,
Yes. We need to check our ID, make sure that we're not spreading any viruses here. Imagine 1,000 people going through that today. Still a little bit nervous about what the show up rate is going to be because of the virus. If you watch my last episode of the event we did in Singapore, our show up rates were severely affected. It was like half. Okay, let's go check out the room. Okay, here we are. Hey Sam, why don't you walk us through the numbers, how many people we have registered and how many people's waiting outside?
So we have about 800 people
Registered
who
for
actually
this?
registered for this event.
Okay.
So at the moment we have about 200.
Okay, so 800, we're having 2 sessions today, 800 this afternoon. How many people for tonight registered?
For tonight is actually 788.
788. Okay, so we have a problem. The problem is the room size and max capacity. It's probably about 350 people if you pack everyone like sardines here. Usually we get about 50% of people show up, so even then, there's a lot of people. We'll see what happens. Chances are there might be people standing around. So the team now is going to set up the laptop. We are supposed to open doors in like 5 minutes. We barely made it. And a little bit nervous at the same time because there seems to be a lot of people outside. Alright, so it's the end of our first session, and there were some major technical issues with AV, but the response was still through the roof. And one of the things that I'm always telling myself when things don't go according to plan is that what separates the best leaders from everyone else is how they navigate through the storms. Whenever something doesn't go according to plan, I'm always reminding myself, right? Any captain can navigate a ship when it's calm, but it's always when it's the storms that will differentiate the ones that are legendary and the ones that are average. So when all of the AV issues was happening, remember that mistakes are only mistakes if you acknowledge them. And if you don't, maybe it was part of the plan all along. Need to get a quick bite, and let's see what happens with the second session. Alright, so it's 6:54, 6 minutes before doors open. I made a mistake. I had a bit too much carbs in between, and I can feel like the food was laced with sleeping pills. I should not have done too much noodles. But anyway, so. Alright, and this is it. The team is packing up. Super long day, 2 sessions. And right now, I'm gonna walk you through the numbers and ultimately whatever it is that you want to sell, whether it's a service, whether it's a physical product, whether it's a training, how to run profitable ads. And we'll interview a few people from the team that was crucial in terms of planning and making it all work, so that you can see behind the scenes to what it takes to plan, fulfill, deliver something like that. And let's go interrupt them. Hey Sam, we're gonna interrupt Sam again from her busy schedule. Sam was not happy with me this morning because I was literally late. But Sam, just real quick, let's debrief. So just real quick, we had 2 sessions. How many people registered and how many people went in?
Each session, there's about like 800, close to 800 people who registered.
So 800
both
people
sessions.
registered. Okay,
Yeah.
so one of the things that you always hear me say is you must know the numbers in your business, right? So 800 people registered. How many people showed up?
So like for the first session, we have about like 280 people that showed up.
280 showed up.
Second session was about 360.
360, okay. It's really crucial that in your business, you must understand your numbers in every step of your business. Okay, thanks Sam, I think, yeah. So what does that mean, okay? You might be thinking, well, Peng Joon, I don't run live events, so like, why do I need to know these numbers? No. It means that if you're selling a physical product, it means that if you're running a webinar funnel, if you're selling coaching, if you're selling a done-for-you consulting, you must know the key drivers in your business. Let me map it all out to you.
Hey guys, can I have someone pass me a piece of paper and some pen? Hey, Marcus needs some time. I think he's looking at the ad account. This might be a little bit weird or awkward. Whiteboard. Is that whiteboard? Yeah. Okay, here we are. Whiteboard.
Let's talk about key drivers. Okay, what are your key drivers and where are the breaks in your business model? Real quick, head over to Marcus. How much have we spent on this event?
We spent 58,000 ringgit. So
Okay, so 58,000 ringgit. By the way, guys, depending on where you're watching this, I'm just gonna round it up, but this is about a $15,000 ad spend.
Yep.
Okay. This is not about events, by the way. Some of you could be thinking, well, Peng Joon, I don't run live events. I sell a brick and mortar business. I run a consulting agency. I sell a done-for-you service. I want to sell masterminds. It does not matter what you sell. The first number you must know is how much did you spend on that campaign. So you heard from Sam just now. We had about 850 people registered for this event for both sessions. Okay, so 850 roughly. The people that show up is usually about 50%. We're expecting about 400 people to show up, but because of the virus, the numbers is like an all-time low. So we had about 280, I think that's what Sam said. And this last session, what was the show up? 360. Okay, so 280 and 360. Now, if you understand the key drivers of your business, then you'll know how to improve. Now, the next number that you must know, in order to get 850 people registered, we must know how many clicks was sent to this page in order for us to get 850 registered. Now I'm going to put Marcus on the spot here.
we got 12,764 clicks.
Okay, so if you don't know what that is, this is literally, so you'll see that 12,764. So what does this mean? It means that we are paying roughly slightly less than $1 per click, right? If you were to think about your business model needs to be simplified to just these few things. Because I know how many people show up, then the next thing I need to ask myself is, based on the amount of people that show up, what is my conversion rate for the amount of people that's in there? The last piece is really your conversion. There's always a conversion, right? So whether a person lands on your free plus shipping page, whether they land on your website, whether they land on your webinar, whether they land on wherever, there's always, based out of 100 people that listen and watch your sales video, that listen to your webinar, that read your sales page, they attend an event, there's always a conversion percentage. Right now, I know based on my past experiences my conversion on a bad day would be about 10%, and on a great day, if the room is really qualified, it could be about 25%. Now, for a price point that is about $1,000 to about $3,000. So depending on the price point as well. So based on these numbers, you see, I can straight away forecast even before running this live event on how profitable it's going to be, which is what you need to be doing as well. So for example, if I spent 15 grand and I got 12,000 clicks, okay, the first thing I'm asking myself is, this ad, which is basically the traffic, is this working well, right? So chances are, because it cost me about, what, 85 cents, I'm bad at math, but off the top of my head, this looks roughly like that, right? So chances are it's not an ad issue because this number works well. The next thing I need to ask myself is, out of 12,000 people, 850 people registered for this event. Now, I'm not good at math, and this one is something I'll definitely need to use the calculator. 850 people registered. Well, 2 sessions, 850 each, so 1,700 people divided by 1,764, right? So this is a 13% registration rate. So I need to ask myself, is 13% registration rate good? Well, it's not bad. What do you think, Marcus? Is 13%?
It's a little low. Usually on good days, we get a lot more cheaper clicks and better conversions on registrations. Yeah.
So yeah, 13% could have done higher, right? But this coronavirus is affecting everything really. So the show up rate, you can see it's also slightly lower. It's about 30%-ish. So now, because I understand the key metrics in my business, I know where the weakest link is. Now most people, whenever they run ads, right, and they have ad spend, here's usually what happens. They run an ad, and the method they deploy, do you know what it is? It is the hope and pray method. They hope that by spending this amount, somehow magically, they'll get more money than what was initially spent. But over here, we knew that by spending this amount, exactly what the returns were going to be. And let's just say sales, if you notice from the B-rolls and all that, it was pretty amazing. What does that mean? You'll see that like literally this event is close to, well, approximately 10x ROI. And the reason why this event today is about 10x ROI despite the lower show-up rate is because we know our key metrics, and we had the confidence, and Marcus had the confidence, and the team that played a role in all these things made it all happen, right? Because I understand the key department. So Marcus takes care of this, right? Making sure that we're getting good targeted clicks that is within our KPI. The team that is taking care of this, the show-up rate, which is really the phone calls, the emails, the texts, to make sure these are the key drivers for this campaign. Do you know what are your key drivers in your campaign? Now this part is up to me. Depends on whether I'm doing a good job. If I totally bombed, which I have not in a while, touch wood, but this is not wood. But anyway, so ultimately this is up to me. This is up to the events team. This is up to the traffic team, right? So I understand the key drivers in your business, in my business. So the question you gotta ask yourself is, whenever something breaks, are you able to identify each and every single section, because your business can only move as fast as your weakest link? What would be the weakest link for this event? It would be in the show-up rate. If my show-up rate was the usual 50% on an event like this, we would have nearly doubled how much we made from this event. But literally, this is behind the scenes to how to run profitable ads. You'll be able to understand what your key drivers are, and you'll be able to forecast beforehand how profitable that campaign would be before you even begin. That's really the wrap of today's session. I am going to take over here. Let's start moving. I think the team is Audrey over here, who's been handling the camera, and Yuan. It's been a long day. I hope you guys enjoyed behind the scenes to what it is that we do. And remember, okay, the takeaway here is it's not about live events, even though you could totally apply it. It is about understanding the key metrics in your business and understanding where the weakest link is. And as always, I hope you enjoyed this one behind the scenes. Let me know in the comments below what your biggest takeaway is, what you've learned from this video. And as always, smash the like button. It does help out with the algorithm. And click on subscribe if Hey Alice, what are you doing?
What?
Like YouTube wants to see this. So what's the call to action? Should they subscribe to the channel?
Absolutely.
Alright, so subscribe to the channel and we'll see you in the next video.